What's good YouTube, Target here and welcome to another episode of City of Garden Scenario. In the last episode we have started this new farming district and today I think we are going to continue it and also continue expanding our city. So without further ado, let's start working. Alright, so one of the things that our city has right now is a huge demand for residential. So what I think I can do is finally finish the zoning of this layout of the main part of the city, the main downtown area. So I think I'm just gonna zone everything, all of this, with high density residential, and I'm gonna zone it all the way over here, and I think that will be fine. Alright, that's awesome. And now just to get rid of my OCD, I think I'm gonna place another pedestrian pathway that connects this pathway over here to these crosswalks in there. Alright, and of course in the future I'll want to put a lot of trees in this area next to the highway, but for now I think we'll keep it just as it is. And yeah, let's focus on the development of this layout. We have a lot of demand for commercial as well, so what I think I can do is place a few more commercial blocks right next to this metro station. This is going to be a place with a high influx of tourists, and one thing that I can do now that I think about it is make a small mall over here, a small mall area where I will place a lot of commercial in this location. So I think I'm gonna grab this road and I think I'm gonna make a connection right about over here. Alright, and let's try to make this as perfectly as possible. Not as perfectly as possible, but as efficient as possible, should I say, just to maximize that zoning space. And now I should disable the road guidelines. Let's make a small layout. Okay, this is not working out. Let's make a layout all the way over here. Okay, let's delete this. Let's just connect this to this road, and maybe we should even connect it over here. And yeah, I think that will be more than enough. We should now start placing a few parks just to cover up this area. Maybe I'll want a park over here and another one over here to cover this blank space where I cannot zone anything in it. And I am gonna zone all of this with commercial, like this and like this and like this. Perfect. Alright, this area is developing very well, and now just to spice things a bit up, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more walkable, and I think I can even make a pathway network at about over here just to make and allow people to cross from this road to this one. And I think I need to disable the road guidelines for that, or I will have to delete all the guides for that. And I think I'll make a pathway at about over here, and hopefully it will connect to the roads. Yes, it will. Perfect. And I think I'm gonna do another one at about over here. I'm gonna destroy a few buildings in the process, but that's okay. I think I can even enable the road guidelines again and make one over here. And finally I think I will want another one at about over here, like this. Alright, perfect. And now that I think about it, I don't think I ever placed a taxi depot in our city, so I think it's finally time for us to address that need. And I think I'm gonna put a taxi depot right about over here because it fits very nicely. So I'm gonna do that, and let me just see if everything is connected with power. No, it isn't, so we need to address that and connect it over here. Okay. I think I'm gonna expand the mall area a little bit further because we still have a lot of demand for a commercial, so I'm gonna zone all of this with commercial, and also this particular block. This one can be blank actually, and let's also zone this area with some more commercial. Alright, and maybe another shop at about over here, why not? Yeah, we'll keep it like that. That is our commercial slash mall section of the city. And we still have a lot of demand for commercial and also residential, so I think that's something that we can address right now. I've mentioned that this layout of the city, this quite angular layout, would be destined to low density residential, so that's exactly what I'm gonna start zoning right now. We have a lot of demand for residential, so I'm gonna just address that issue and address that demand. So all of this is going to be residential, and oh, let me just pause the simulation because I don't have any power connected here or any water. And let's also zone this, and I think for now that will be it. I do not to incur into a mass zoning spree, and I think we can even complete this layout with offices. So let's just do that. And I think this can also be offices, so let's just address that need. And let me just check out our water situation. Yeah, there we go. We are definitely going to need some more pipes around this location, so let's just do that. I think I'm gonna come all the way over here, all the way over there. Alright, everything is piped down, so now let's just resume the simulation and see these new buildings develop. Guys, I'm such a noob, I totally forgot to convert this district into a district with the self-sufficient buildings. So yeah, we now have a lot of normal houses being built in at the moment. And you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna keep them. So what I'm gonna do is actually zone the district as what I have in mind. But instead of having this being self-sufficient buildings, I will turn all of this into high-tech housing. So let me just draw the district, and I'll meet you guys in a couple of seconds. Alright, the district is drawn, and now I'm just gonna apply the high-tech housing policy. There we go. And I also cannot forget the organic and local produce specialization. This is the one. There we go, because we need those commercial buildings to beat the scenario. Now, yes, we can resume the simulation and see this thing develop properly. Alright guys, very good development on this location. Now we should start addressing services. We need to figure out what exactly our city is missing. And here, of course, we are missing a big fire station. So I think that's something that I can place at a very central location, probably at around over here. This will cover the entire part of this city. And there we go, look at that. Perfect, and I need to be careful with our budget because this is going to take a huge toll. But hopefully all of this upgrading will be able to compensate for the increases, for the losses in income over here. So yeah, okay, let's move on to healthcare, and we're definitely going to need another clinic. And let me also check around. Oh yeah, we have no clinics over here, so I think we should also put a small clinic at this part of the city as well. I think I'm gonna put one over here. That's good. And now I think we should also place, I think I'm gonna place a hospital actually, because this layout is going to be extremely big, but this is very expensive. So yeah, I'll just put a small clinic for now, and hopefully when all of these develop, I will put a proper hospital. In fact, because our residential is all over here, I think I can move the clinic to the northern part and put it over here. That's good. Or even over here. Yeah, that's a proper location. And yeah, now we should check out our death care. And I'm gonna need yet another crematorium. So I think I'm gonna put one at about... Let's see, what is a good place for it? I think right next to the clinic is actually a good location for it. And there we go. And the fire, we already addressed that. We are going to need a lot of what is this? The small emergency shelters. So I think I'm gonna put one at about, let's see, and maybe over here. Okay, now we should provide an evacuation route, and I think I'm gonna have this one get people from all across the downtown areas. And let's go all the way until here and all the way here as well, and I'm just gonna wrap it back, and I'm gonna put another one, let's see, this one. And yes, I know I'm losing a lot of money, but hopefully I will recover all of it. And I'm gonna put another shelter over here, and no, not evacuate citizens, sorry, I'm messing things up. I'm gonna use this to get people from this other district. So I'm gonna come all the way over here, all the way over there, get people from this area and from this area as well, and I will simply wrap it up. And let me just connect it back. There you go. And we are going to need a power connection over here, but instead of placing some power lines, I think I will just zone a few more residential to transfer some power over there. Alright, now where were we? Oh yeah, now it's time for the police. We already have a police station, so that will be pretty much covered. Education is a must, so we need to take care of that ASAP. And I think I'm gonna place a school. How about over here? Yeah, I think that will be enough, and we also are going to need a high school. Look at that demand, guys. We definitely need another high school somewhere, and this is going to be a proper place for it. And yeah, this is actually a perfect space for it. Look at the fitting of these two buildings. We also have some demand for another university, but something that I will address later on. Right now I will deal with public transport on a later stage. Actually, I already have bus routes that satisfy this area over here, so that's pretty much covered. And now we should start thinking about parks. I'll definitely need a park around this location, and I think I can place a big park at around this area, because yeah, we have a lot of space for it, and I think I'm gonna even put two of them. How about that? But before that, let me just try and do something with these pathways. Hopefully I can connect this at about here. Okay, and now we can put the other park over here and connect with the pathway and connect everything over there. Alright, that is good. And now we can even, I think, come at about over here and make a custom pathway layout that will make this area much more interesting. I believe this is it. And I can even come at about here, and it connects perfectly with this crosswalk. How cool is that? And come at about there. Good. Delete that, and now we can continue. And I think we can come all the way over here. Okay, that's good. And eventually I'll have to connect this pathway network and expand it to this entire location, but for now we are not gonna worry about that. Alright guys, I think it's time for us to expand on our farms, so let's just zone a little bit more of that. I think I will want to have some more farms all the way over here and a bit more over here as well. Let's zone all of this with farms. There we go. And I think we can even zone this as well. Let's make a few more farms over here and a few more farms over here as well. And how about over here? Yeah, I think it will be okay. And continue with this. And another farming district over here. Another farming building over there. And skip zoning. And I think that will be more than enough for this part of the map. Let me just zone a few more squares. Now let's just zone a few more residential. So I think I will want 2 houses over here. I will want another little house over there. That's good. Maybe a few more houses there. And another one here. And another one there. And another one here. And let's just keep going with some small residential houses. And I think I will want another block of residential over there. Okay, let me just wrap up this area as well. And zone a few more residential over here. Alright, perfect. Alright guys, this part of the industrial farms are pretty much developed. And I think I will want to zone a bit more of this central area near the highway. So what I think I'm gonna do is make a connection at about over here. Or maybe over here. Let me just set up a bridge. And make it come down again. Maybe at a cost of 820. Let's do the same over here. And 820. And now I am going to connect it to this area. Okay. And we can delete this. Or maybe I think I should keep moving forward. Yeah, there we go. And now we can expand our farms and zone a bit more of industrial. And over here as well. That's very good. And I think I'll want some more farms over here. Alright. That is covered. And we are starting to have a lot of traffic volume at around this segment over here. So what I think I'm gonna do in the future is provide another highway connection at about over here with another roundabout. And I will convert this segment into a highway. But that's material for when we have some problems at around this segment. For now, it's controllable. Alright, but before I wrap up this episode, I wanna zone a bit more buildings. So I think I'm gonna continue with our residential zoning. And I'm gonna zone all of this. There we go. And we have a some demand for offices as well. So I think I'm gonna continue this zoning of our offices. And I'm gonna zone all of this with offices. There we go. I should separate this with a pathway. So let me just try and work on that. Like this. Okay, that's very good. And we also have some demand for commercial as well. So yeah, let's keep zoning some commercial because that's what our citizens want. And we shall comply with their demands as usual. Let me just make sure that water is pretty much taken care of. I will need to place another water pumping station. So let's just do that right away before we start having some issues. And pipe it down. Oh. What's this? Good job, the city has grown into a real city bustling with people from all corners of life. Oh, I think that's because we have reached the final goal, or one of the final goals, which is a population of 50,000. That is pretty awesome. Let me just check this out. Yeah, there we go. So the only thing that we're missing now is having 15,000 of organic and local produce commercial specialization, which is something that is probably going to take us a bit more, because that takes a long time to develop these commercial buildings. But anyway guys, it seems that we have another water issue. Let me just fix that. And there you go. Alright, perfect. We don't even need this segment. Alright guys, but that's going to be it for today. On this episode we managed to get quite a very important goal, which is get a population of 50,000 people, which is pretty good. Now we are only missing one objective to beat this scenario, which will hopefully be achieved soon. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If so, please consider giving it a like, it will help out my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the development of this city. If you have any suggestions for future things that I should build on next videos, please leave a comment. And finally, if you want to connect with me on social media, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun!